The year 1991 saw the release of one of the most unapologetic and hard-hitting films in the FPJ library, Batas Ko Ay Bala, My Law is a Bullet. It wasn't just a movie about a man seeking justice, it was a cinematic declaration that when the courts are paralyzed and the system is rigged, the only truth that remains is the one fired from the barrel of a gun. It is a film that captured the high-octane energy of early 90s Pinoy action, blending it with the classic Ronaldo Reyes directorial style that emphasized honor, vengeance, and the heavy price of a hero's path. The summary of this explosive epic centers on a man whose life is a testament to the pursuit of order. He is a man who has lived by the rules, only to watch those rules be torn apart by a powerful criminal organization that operates with absolute impunity. The tragedy hits close to home, as the syndicate's greed leads to a senseless act of violence that shatters his family and his peace. The batas, or law of the land, proves to be a hollow shield, as witnesses are silenced and officials are balked. Left with no other choice, he casts aside his faith in the gavel and picks up the bullet. The movie follows his transformation from a victim into a relentless hunter, systematically taking down the syndicate's infrastructure. He isn't just killing for revenge, he is enforcing a new batas, law, that the corrupt cannot escape. The film is a masterclass in building tension toward a final bloody confrontation. As the hero moves through the urban sprawl, he becomes a shadow that the villains cannot pin down. He uses his tactical mind to isolate his targets, turning their own greed and fear against them. The plot reaches a fever pitch when he finally breaches the syndicate's inner sanctum, leading to a legendary shootout that remains one of the most celebrated sequences in Philippine action history. It is a story that explores the dark satisfaction of seeing the untouchables finally answer to a higher, more violent authority. The cast of Batas Ko Ay Bala is a formidable assembly of the era's greatest talents. FPJ leads with a performance that is cold, focused, and incredibly physical, portraying a man who has replaced his heart with lead. He is supported by a veteran cast of legends, including the always reliable Paquito Diaz, whose portrayal of the syndicate leader is a masterclass in villainy. The film also features strong supporting turns from actors who were a staple of the FPJ camp, ensuring that every interaction felt grounded in the reality of the street. The chemistry between the hero and his antagonist is what drives the movie, making every exchange feel like a prelude to a storm. Behind the scenes, the film was directed by FPJ under the pseudonym Ronaldo Reyes. Poe was in top technical form here, utilizing a gritty, high-contrast visual style that made Manila look like a battlefield. One of the most famous BTS facts about this production was the focus on practical pyrotechnics. FPJ wanted the audience to feel the impact of every explosion and the heat of every muzzle flash. He was known to spend hours coordinating with the Foley team to ensure that the sound of his firearms was unique, a heavy metallic boom that became his sonic signature. He also insisted on doing many of the high-speed chase and stunt sequences himself, maintaining the authenticity that his fans demanded. Financially, the movie was a massive Super Roadshow success. Released in 1991, it became one of the top earners of the year, outperforming many international releases. It was a time when the action king was the most consistent force at the box office, and this film proved why. It drew massive crowds across the archipelago, from the grand cinemas of Manila to the provincial theaters in the far north and south. The film's earnings were a testament to the public's enduring love of the protector of the masses. In terms of ratings and awards, the film was a heavyweight. It garnered multiple nominations from the FAMAS and FAP awards, specifically for Best Action Movie, Best Director, and Best Editing. Critics of the time praised it for its unflinching approach to the vigilante genre, noting that it captured the frustration of the average Filipino with the legal system. It wasn't just a popcorn movie, it was a social commentary wrapped in a denim jacket and a hail of bullets. The legacy of Batas Ko Ay Bala is its uncompromising stance on justice. It remains a timeless piece of cinema that echoes the frustrations of the oppressed and the hope of the innocent. Fernando Poe Jr. created a character that didn't just fight for himself, but for every person who ever felt cheated by the law. It is a film where the hero doesn't need a lawyer. He just needs a clear sight and a steady hand. Because in the world of the king, when the law is broken, the bullet is the only judge that matters.